today we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Straight Outta Compton, August 14th, 2015. Now, Lonzo, the F the Police scene, we've talked about this a few times, but no better time than now since it is 10 years. The F the Police scene in Straight Outta Compton. Tell us the real story from your perspective on how you think that song, F the Police, came about.
Man, that scene, well, that was sparked at a situation that happened one afternoon. I think I said it before. Back in the day, me, Dre, Yella, Rudy, and Russ Park, Bobby Jimmy, we all loved going to shoot paintball. We go up shoot paintball every Saturday morning. We didn't have a gig. And Eazy always wanted to go, but he never went. But he bought a paintball shotgun. And this paintball shotgun looked like a sawed-off shotgun, about that big, okay? And for some reason, Eazy always doing some mischievous shit. He thought it would be funny for them to stick this shotgun out the window of his Jeep as they're going down to Torrance to Audio Achievements. Well, they must have shot some windows or something, and to see that red paint on your window freaked the fuck out of some people. And man, the police jacked the shit out of their asses, put guns to their heads, the whole 9 yards. And they came back to my house shaking, just shaking, man. Fuck the police, man. Fuck the motherfuckers. They ain't do us like that. And the motherfuckers ain't shit. They ain't, man, fuck the police. And what happened, man? They told me the story. I said, what? You guys thought it was smart to stick a gun out the window and shoot it? And what they didn't realize is that if you get off the 110 freeway, right there on the Torrance off-ramp, right next to the off-ramp is a highway patrol station. They had highway patrols everywhere. They shut the freeway down for them fools. And that was one of the catalysts for fuck the police. They was at my house, man. They wasn't crying, but boy, their lip show was quivering, dude. Them cops scared the shit out of their ass. I thought it was kind of funny for them to be that stupid. But hey, what can I tell you?
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate was Straight Outta Compton?
About a 6. People always say this movie's based on true events, and that just gives you the basis. It don't give you the accuracy. One of the biggest things that I thought was hilarious to me personally was that Eazy E met Jerry Heller carrying records. That's some bullshit right there. I ain't never seen Jerry carrying records in my life. Okay, he offered to help. Oh hell no, that was not what he did. So I mean, I was shot at Rainbow, but it was bullshit. They didn't talk about Michel'le, if I ain't mistaken. I can't recall them mentioning Michel'le at all. They didn't talk about JJ Fad, how the JJ Fad's Supersonic album got them the money to move on and make things happen. They didn't talk about Eazy's cousin, who was actually the dope dealer that Eazy worked for. They got killed and was his inspiration to get out of the game. So it was a lot of things that wasn't covered. Then you got, the studio scenes where the Keith playing Snoop came in talking all hard to a bunch of cats, and Dre knocked shit out of somebody like that. And back then, even Keith D said that wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't. Back then, the guys that my understanding, the guys that was hanging out with Rufus, that wasn't gonna happen. Not get your ass rat packed. A lot of stuff they left out. I mean, you got guys that was getting their teeth knocked out for using the phone. So it was all kind of shit, man, that was in there. That was a lot of things they didn't do. I guess again, it's not a documentary, but it just it's based on a true story.
There were scenes in the movie with pit bulls attacking people in the studio. We've heard stories of Suge making people drink their own urine. We've heard horror stories of what was going on at Death Row. I know you were kind of out of the game at that time, but do you remember back then hearing from close people, man, this Death Row is something different?
Yeah, I heard I heard that somebody beat my ass. How the hell when they beat my ass? It wasn't me.
Wait, what?
No, if you look at one of them documentaries, guy, he's a lawyer for Dick Griffey. He says, "Yeah, I remember when Suge beat up one of the Wrecking Crew members. Never happened. Never happened. It wasn't me. It wasn't nobody in my crew. Yella didn't go over there. Shakespeare didn't go over there, and Dre didn't get beat up. I know who did, but it wasn't. But it was always an honest mistake from everybody. They always figured he was part of my crew, so he had a problem with Suge. They put it on us."
Okay, I think I do remember that story.
Yeah, but yeah, so it was again, it was based on a true story, and there was a lot of sadistic shit going on back then, man. I mean, and here again is when you give young people a pile of unguided money. Think about what I'm saying here. Unguided money. And they are under the impression that they have just created something that nobody else have. But in some cases they have, but nobody can stop them. And then you bring the hood with them with the illusion of support, like their support is going to be forever welcome in the ivory towers and or in the boardroom. You're not doing that. What's his name? Get shorty shit. Okay, it would get shorty when, especially when Cedric Entertainer had his cousin, which is Andre 3000, all these big muscle bound dudes. That was a bullshit. Okay, and that's what they was trying to depict in real life. When you got all these big buff gangsters coming through coming through offices, creating havoc and shit. Yeah, it may work a couple times, but trust me, ain't nobody stupid. It will not become the standard. Okay, and that's where the mistake was made. They thought they were going to make this gangster lifestyle the standard. See, all that shit is over with. Oh, that's just over. Think about that for a minute. Let's change the subject for a minute. Look at that. All the money that shit made. It's over with. They got their money. They picked who they want to pick. Everybody else, they have no use for it. It's either gone or in jail. I'll wait. They picked who they wanted to pick. They talked to who they wanted to talk to. Hey, man, we ain't doing this no more. You go over here and make these movies. Go over here and jump on this TV show. Go on here. Here's some money. Sit your ass down. Come over here and make these commercials. Okay? We're not doing this no more. Think about that for a minute, man.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, correct me.